What is up, YouTube? Welcome to PanFro Games. In today's video, we have a brand new 7-star raid coming this week for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. The starter raids continue, but this one looks to be a very free one to farm, especially in solo. And of course, guys, if you like my type of content, enjoy these videos, please leave a like, subscribe if you're new. I really appreciate it. Consider supporting the channel by joining the PanFam by hitting that join channel member button below. So our 7-star raid is going to be a Dragon Terra type Sceptile. You know, this is sort of like looking back at Mega Sceptile, how Mega Sceptile is Dragon Grass. It sort of works like that, but definitely not as good in stats. Now, this raid is going to be from June 28th to the 30th, but it's also going to come back from July 15th to the 7th. So this Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern for the people on the East Coast in the US, we'll be able to do the raid. 5 p.m. Pacific time for the people on the West Coast, and for everyone else, it will actually just be on your Friday, but be Thursday night for us in America. And once again, it will have its hidden ability. It will have the Mightiest Mark, and you can only catch one of these Sceptiles. Now, the second week of this raid is going to have the Blissies with it, so if you want to farm some of the Terra Shards, you will be able to do that then. But for now, we're going to be doing a Dragon Sceptile that's going to definitely have some Dragon and definitely some Grass type moves. However, Dragon raids are usually very easy. As we have seen with like Charizard as an example, there are a lot of great Pokemon that are just immune to Dragon because Fairy is immune to Dragon. And Dragon Grass isn't actually that great offensively. So you can find a lot of decent Fairy type Pokemon that can resist. Off the top of my head, Magearna is going to be the GOAT solo on this because you're immune to Dragon, and since you're a Steel type, you're also going to resist Grass. So resisting Grass, immune to Dragon, and Sceptile doesn't really have the best moves, but let's look at the moves real quick. So Sceptile will have Unburden. If you don't know what Unburden is, it's going to be his hidden ability, which it will have, which means it's going to raise its speed if an item has been used. So that's really good. That is a really good ability. However, doesn't really matter in this case unless they give it an item, which they might. Sometimes they give raid bosses items, but not usually for the 7-star raids. But even either or, it has base 120 speed. This thing is already so fast. It's going to outspeed most of the things we're going to use to defeat it. But honestly, just because it's fast doesn't mean it's really strong. I mean, 85 physical attack is actually not that great. 105 special attack is actually pretty decent. So we do got to build more on the bulky special defensive side. But Sceptile is more of a mixed attacker because it really has a really bad special attacking move pool. This is one of those Pokemon where they should have rebalanced it and made it more of a physical attacker, but they just decided to keep it as more of a special attacker for some unknown reason. So looking at the defenses here, 70 HP is really pathetic. 65 physical defense. So this thing is going to be an absolute glass cannon. So we could probably get a good one-turn KO on this on the physical side. Just got to make sure that you can take a hit from it. But 70 HP is 65 defense. Weak to Fairy, weak to Ice. There's going to be some options out here too. And then we have 85 special defense, which isn't that great either. Definitely more bulky though, so trying to hit it on the special attacking side might be a little bit harder, but with that 70 HP, it should be easier, especially compared to the last two raids we've had with Emboar and Swampert. Those guys were a lot more bulky, and they also hit pretty hard. I think this Sceptile raid is actually going to be considerably much easier than those other raids in general. Now, looking at the moves on Level Up, it is more of a special attacker, so its best special attacking move on Level Up it learns is Leaf Storm. Now, Leaf Storm, I think it could have as a move. It'll probably do like once during the raid and then immediately like reset its stats. Or this could be like a turn 0 move, like starts the raid with Leaf Storm and then resets its stack. So it gives a free Leaf Storm on someone, which, you know, is going to hit pretty hard, but it's easy to resist Grass in general. So I'm not really too afraid of that. It also has Giga Drain as a special Grass type move that it learns, which is, you know, can be very annoying if it's using Giga Drain spam against everyone. It's going to get some more HP back, which I actually suspect it might actually carry Giga Drain just because this is how you make such a frail Pokemon be a little bit more challenging by making it, you know, gain some HP back so it's not as frail as it might be. Its signature move on evolution is Leaf Blade. Now, Leaf Blade is, you know, a very great move. It can crit as well, good crit chance on it. The issue of Leaf Blade is it's only like 85 attack on the Sceptile, not a special attacking move. So he's honestly better off going for something like an Energy Ball. Energy Ball does the same amount as damage as Leaf Blade, but it's going to be using that better stat. So hopefully we see Leaf Blade, because that would be easier for us to work against. But I think it's going to have Energy Ball. Now, looking at the moves learned by TM, it actually has a lot of physical moves, like a lot for sure. But look at the lack of special moves here, right? So Dragon Pulse is its big special attacking move. So I think Dragon Pulse is a lock. I think Energy Ball is a lock for sure. Now, besides that, it doesn't have anything that beats Ice besides Focus Blast. So maybe it'll carry Focus Blast. But Fairy type Pokemon just are so good. Immune to Dragon, you resist fighting, and then like Grass is neutral normally. You know, unless you're like a Zoomerald, then you like be weak to Grass because you're a Water type. But it doesn't have anything poison on the special end, so we're okay. Now looking at the special attacking moves, it doesn't have any Steel moves and it doesn't have any Poison moves, which means Fairy type Pokemon are going to be good to go. Just don't be weak to Grass and you're going to be fine, which is why I mentioned Magearna being a incredible Pokemon to use here. Now, I could see it have like Acrobatics, because maybe it does use an item and then it pops off with Unburdened Acrobatics. That could be interesting to see. That would be sort of cool. But besides that, on the physical side, it doesn't really have a lot of great coverage moves. Maybe something like Breaking Swipe to lower our physical attack. Maybe Scale Shot. I don't really know what's gonna have, just because all the moves are sort of terrible on the Sceptile. Now, looking at the setup moves here, I mean, the obvious thing it could do is like Sunny Day Solar Beam, which, you know, would be very good in general. We've been talking about this a few times. It does get Dragon Dance, though. That is something we do have to consider. Even though it does have a lower physical attack stat, it could use Dragon Dance or Swords Dance and just start boosting up on us and then actually demolish us with some Leaf Blades. So that is something for us to consider. Outside of Sunny Day, Dragon Dance, and Swords Dance, I guess the only other thing it could use is Dragon Cheer, and that would increase its critical hit chance, which would be really scary with Dragon Cheer and Leaf Blade essentially being like a guaranteed critical hit. So that's a little bit scary, but overall, this Pokemon has to set up on us. There's a way to stop setup. We can have like Clear Smog go out, and it doesn't have great defensive stats in general. It's going to be very weak to, you know, like things like an Acid Spray going through at it and just breaking down on the special attacking side. And of course, Fairy types will destroy a Terra Dragon Pokemon. So there you have it, guys. It's going to be a very easy raid. I'm going to have my full video out later tonight on the best builds that you should use to defeat this Sceptile, so stay tuned for that. And let me know in the comment section below what Pokemon you plan on using against this Sceptile. But overall, I think it's going to be a super easy raid, and we're going to be doing this raid live this Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. I hope to see you there. Peace out, and have a good one.